Welcome to your beginning mini-series. This is for the beginning yogi that is new to yoga, or for anyone that wants to get started with yoga. It's going to be 5 classes and they're each going to be around 10 to 15 minutes. I might do an extra 30-minute class at the end. We'll see how everyone's feeling. Today we're going to get started standing at the top of your mat. So you want your toes pointed close together and your heels about 1 fist width distance away. Roll your shoulders back on your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, relax the hands beside your body and close your eyes. This is Tadasana Mountain Pose. This is going to be the base pose for all of our other yoga poses that we're doing. This requires you to stand up. You're going to really root down through our feet. So really imagine all 4 corners of your feet touching the ground. To do that, what you need to do is lift up all of your toes, feel your feet really rooted down, and then grip the mat with your toes, and that will create some grounding down. And we're just gonna breathe here and connect with our breathing. So we're gonna start to activate the yogic breath by breathing in through your nose and releasing through your nose. What yoga is a combination of movement and breath. So connecting with our breath at the beginning of class is so important. It also keeps us present. One more breath. On your next inhale, flutter your eyes open. And we're going to start with some half sun salutation to warm up our shoulders. So we're going to inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up overhead, look up. You want a long line of energy from your fingers all the way down through your vertebra, all the way down through your glutes, all the way down through your hamstrings, and all the way down to the ground, to your heels active. Hastasana, look up, stretch. Exhale, we're going to fold from the midline. So make sure you're really hinging forward and we're coming down slow and controlled to Uttanasana. Our hands are on the ground. Go ahead and bend your legs here. We don't have warm hamstrings yet. Just take a nice healthy bend here. Inhale halfway. We're going to put our hands on our thighs. We're going to lift up, pulling our heart through, opening up through the chest by squeezing our shoulders back behind us again. Inhale, breath. Exhale, fold back down to Uttanasana, forward fold. Take another breath here. You can pedal it out if that feels good. Now we're going to push through the heels of our feet, and we're going to come all the way up. So push through the heels of your feet, bend your knees, create strength from your legs, come all the way up, and use your legs here, not your lower back. Inhale, Hastasana, exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. All right, we're going to do that again. We're warming up our body. Inhale, look up, Hastasana, arms come overhead. Exhale, fold up the midline, come all the way down. Move with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, good job. We're going to do that last time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold as the midline, come all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Hands down the heart center. All right, good job. Let's try. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down the midline. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to exhale our right foot to the back of the mat. So we're in runner's lunge, right foot to the back of the mat. Soften down the right knee. And we're gonna inhale, lift up for low lunge. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. All right, with low lunge here, I'm gonna give you some cues. Make sure you're not directly on top of this right knee. So if you're on the right knee, just move your right knee a little bit behind you and then come back up. Okay, left knee needs to be directly on top of your left ankle to protect your ankle. And then you're scissoring your thighs together to create your length. And also bring your hip points up towards the sky. Breathe here for low lunge. Connect with your breath. If you're feeling wobbly, you can look down. If this is hard for you or hard for your knees, you can bring your hands beside you on 2 blocks or even 2 chairs beside you. Breathe. Exhale. We're going to exhale our right hand down beside our left foot, and then our left arm is going to open up towards the left side here. So we're opening up through the chest. You're keeping all of your weight in your feet still. So you can come up on your fingers if you want. And you're breathing into your shoulders. Stack your shoulders on top of each other. Look down to create stability. Look up to challenge your balance. Breathe. Exhale, come down. We're going to do a quad stretch. It's a little bit more advanced than a beginner, but if you are feeling bendy, you can work up to it. So we're going to inhale our left arm back up and then out to the side. And you can bring your left foot towards your bottom. Grab the inside of your foot. Open up through the shoulders and breathe here. You'll feel it in your quad. Keep that left knee in. Don't let it fall out. This would be a good spot to put a block for length. And breathe. Exhale, slow and controlled. Come down. We're going to push directly back behind us. So push back. Flex this left leg. And we're in Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. So in this pose, make sure your right hip is staying leveled off with your left hip. So right hip comes forward as your left hip pushes back. Left toes are flexed, and we're trying to keep our back straight. So inhale, create length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, create length through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Yep, you'll feel this in your hamstring. We have about 3 breaths here. Try to keep length in your chest. If this position is hard for you, I would recommend blocks, putting your hands on blocks or even chairs out to the side. And breathe. One more breath. Exhale, come forward. We're going to come up on the ball of our right foot. Take an inhale breath, and we're going to exhale, step your right foot to meet your left. Exhale. We're in Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands over at center. That was one side. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, fold for Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to bring your left foot back to the back of the mat. So double check your posture. Make sure your right ankle is below your knee. Slowly lower down on your left knee. Make sure you're not directly on top of it. Make sure it's out at an angle like mine is. Catch your breath. Really root down through your right foot. Pull your thighs together. Inhale, low lunge. So this is an active posture. I'm making my thighs work by pulling them together. I'm squeezing them. I'm I'm lifting my hip points up, and I'm also releasing through my left psoas muscle as well, so I feel it on my left quad and psoas. Breathe here. Keep this knee pointed out, don't let it come in. Keep it nice and strong. Everything is strong. We're breathing, and it feels good. One more breath. Exhale, we're going to release our left hand down to the ground. Our right hand's going to come up. You can look up to challenge your balance or look down for stability. And we're going to breathe here in this easy twist. Make sure you're not putting too much pressure on this right wrist. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, come down. So we're going to do that quad stretch. To do the quad stretch, we're going to inhale our right arm up and back towards the back of the mat. Bring your left foot in, grab the inside of your left foot, and breathe here. So you want your knee to be sort of in the same position it was before. It could fall out a little bit, but not too much. And breathe, open up through the chest here. Exhale, release, slow and control. And then we're gonna exhale, come back into our Ardha Manasana, excuse me. So flex your right foot, make sure you're not popping that left foot hip out. Left hip is in line with your right hip. Inhale, we're gonna lengthen through the crown of our head, flatten our back, exhale, hinge forward. So we're hinging from the midline here. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. I'm trying to get my belly onto this thigh. Keep your back as flat as possible. Keep that right foot flexed. And we have 3 breaths here. We're gonna inhale, sweep our arms up, and we're gonna sit back at the same time like you're sitting in a chair. Okay, if it's easier to bring your feet together, that's fine. Make sure when you look down, you can see your toes. So your knees should not be way over your feet. Your knees should be back, your hips should be back, your booty should be down. So creating length. So I'm tucking my tailbone, lifting up. If this is hard for your neck or your back, bring your hands to heart center. One more breath. Exhale, come up. Hands to heart center. We're gonna do that again. Inhale as you sweep your arms up, sit back in your invisible chair. Hug everything in, hug your core in, tuck your tailbone. Breathe here. One more breath. Exhale, hands to heart center and come up. We're gonna do it last time. Inhale, come up. As you sit back, and we're gonna hold it for 3 breaths here. So tuck your tailbone, hug everything in towards your core. Everything's tight, strong here. Breathe. This is Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, come hands to heart center, stand up. And we're gonna make our way into tabletop position. So just take a few steps back. Bring your hands down, hands and knees. And we're gonna find a good tabletop position. Yep, we gotta do some core here. So in our tabletop position, you're gonna keep your fingers spread wide. You're gonna push the ground away. So I'm actively pushing. I'm pushing through these two fingers, my pointer finger and my thumb, to protect my wrists. My knees are directly below my hips. My wrists are directly below my shoulders. I'm making my spine neutral by kind of pushing up and tucking my tailbone just slightly. And I'm breathing here. So active tabletop position. Hug your navel in towards your spine. This should be an active position. We're not resting. Your belly should not be coming towards the ground at all. It needs to be up in your spine. One more breath here, just to get positioned. And then we're gonna come into sunbird. So we're gonna exhale our right leg back into space. And then we're gonna inhale our right leg up. So in this position, I'm pushing the ground away through my right hand and my left hand and my foot. My hips are level, so my right hip is popping up. It's down, facing the ground, facing my mat. Still pushing everything else away and breathing here. Using my glute, I'm using my core. This is the first position. Next position, you can do taps. Inhale, lift, exhale, tap. The only thing that should be moving is your leg. Belly should be centered, should not be wobbling. Arms and legs should be centered as well. Okay, next step is to inhale your left arm straight out in front of you and lengthen through your left arm and your right foot. Breathe here, neck long. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, we're gonna tap. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, tap. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, tap. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Release back to tabletop. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. So if you need to give your wrist a shake, give them a shake. Press the ground away, set up your tabletop position, double check. Exhale, lengthen through the left leg, send it back into space. Inhale, lift it up. Breathe here. Exhale, bring your right arm straight out. If you're doing this one, if not, you can tap. And breathe, hold it. Strong core, stable core, think stability. One more inhale breath, exhale tap. Inhale breath, exhale tap. Inhale breath, exhale tap. Last one, inhale breath, exhale tap and hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and we're gonna come into puppy from here. So your lower body stays exactly where it is. And you start walking your hands out until you can't walk your hands out any further. And just melt your chest down, melt your head down, melt everything down. And breathe here. We're in puppy pose. If you want, you could bring your chin to the mat instead. But this is gonna stretch your shoulders, your chest. It's gonna feel really good here. Just breathe here. We're gonna be here for 3 breaths, so take your time. One more inhale. And next exhale. We're gonna walk our hands up, slow and controlled, just a little bit, and then we're gonna let our belly hit the ground. Bend at the elbows, let everything roll down. Forehead on the ground. And we're gonna prepare for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. So we're gonna put our hands beside our chest, frame your chest. Use your fingers as grips, so your hands should be spread wide. We're gonna take an inhale breath, so forehead comes down. On the inhale breath, you're gonna slightly push through your arms. Forehead comes out, chest lifts. I'm pushing my pelvis down towards the ground, pushing my legs down towards the ground. I'm using my back to come up. And then exhale down. So make sure you're being very gentle on your low back here. Inhale, push through your arms. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, come back down. Last time, we're gonna hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, push everything away. Breathe. Elbows are beside you. Shoulders are away from the ears. Pelvis is pushing into the ground. Exhale. Come all the way down. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. We're going to push up through to a seated position. And just find whatever seating position you want. And we're going to end here with some spinal twists, and then we're going to take the last breath. So let's go ahead and lengthen through the crown of our head. So sit up tall. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale your right arm to your left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Left arm comes back behind you like a kickstand, and breathe here. Down through heart center. Inhale your left hand up to create length. Left hand comes to right knee. Right arm comes behind you. Look behind you. And breathe here. Exhale, come back to center, slow and controlled. We're going to close this practice with an ending breath. Inhale, arms come up above you, create a ball of energy of what we just did. Exhale, down through heart center. Bow slightly. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me here in Florida at my yoga studio, or if you're online, thank you for joining. Make sure you don't miss any videos by hitting subscribe. And if you have any comments, please let me know. Please let me know how you did. I'd love to chat with you. Thank you.